Do y'all remember this movie, The Dark Tower?
They'll take you. They steal kids like you. Cross them over. Special ones. The power of your mind. That's what they want.
I can assure you that all our tests are done in a controlled, child-friendly environment. Our approach is actually very gentle compared to standard treatments. I understand your concerns, but you don't have to worry at all.
Can we pack?
Yeah. What's wrong?
What is that? What? It's the skin people from my dream. He's not human. That's not his real face. You have to believe me.
What's your problem? I said, what's your problem?
All right today, sir. Okay, how's it going? Fine, thank you. Thank you, sir. Here you are, sir. Thank you. Hey, buddy. You gonna pay for that or what? Look, buddy.
This was in 1988 where they exposed these monsters who are basically controlling the world, putting out all of these. You really just get to see the real reality of the world and the real beings that are walking around this planet. Not to mention this scene.
Our projections show that by the year 2025, not only America, but the entire planet will be under the protection and the dominion of this power alliance, the human power elite.
What's really interesting is they know everything that's about to come up. They know astrology. They know about the awakening. They know about the planets' alignments. They know about all of that. I just don't get how certain things go over some people's heads when it comes down to what they show in the media. Because the media is what programs you. What your attention is what your dimension is. And when they put it to your attention and you are not understanding the dimension you are receiving because you just think, oh, just because it's a commercial or it's a movie, then it doesn't matter, right? Just look at it. It's saying reptilians in our government. I believe it's shapeshifters, ghouls, whatever type of being that is able to exist on this 3D plane in the 3D layer we're in. They're showing it in movies. They've been showing this stuff since 1988. Open your eyes, because people keep saying, "Where's the aliens at?" They are already here. There are already aliens here. The reptilians are already here. There are a whole bunch of magical beings walking around as I speak right now. Do you know how many times I have walked around and seen shapeshifters? We've caught them on camera. Now they're putting it in movies that there are shapeshifters posing to be government officials. Come on now. Why would they program that into our heads and just make it seem like it's a false, fake reality? Like it's not real. What's the point of it? Entertainment?
There are scrolls inside the U.S. government.
This again? Scrolls in my security detail, scrolls in the U.S. government. They're just scrolls
I have it
everywhere.
on excellent authority that there is a scroll mole very close to the president.
Wow. Really? How close?
As close as you and I are right now. Closer.
So, y'all know how y'all been saying that there are reptilians, shapeshifters all in our government. They're not just in our government. These ghouls, these beings that operate on this 3D level, they are in schools. They are in the hospitals. And why are they in the hospitals? Because that is where it starts. They're not going to keep putting this in the media and just pretending and saying, oh, it's just for entertainment purposes. That's what I say. I say for entertainment purposes. And you know what I mean.
Oh shit! Wake up, please!
Okay, dude.
No, I'm not okay, dude! You're a freaking alien!
Should I put this back on? It seems like it's freaking you out.
Yeah, I'm freaking out. What the hell is going on? Why did you take me? Why did you take the group?
Oh, how do I explain this? You know how when you're doing a science experiment?
We were a science experiment?
Yes. We needed a random cross-section of subjects to test so that we could learn about humans.
Who is we?
We is the alliance between reptilians, whites, and grays. We've been working together to take over your planet.
Wait, like an invasion? How much time do we have?
Oh, no, we've already invaded you. Think about it, Monsanto, your presidents, we got you guys looking at tiny little screens 20 hours a day. We've been subverting you from within. That's phase one.
Phase one? How many phases are there?
Just two.
What is phase two? Is it like harvesting our organs? Is it mind control? Are you depleting our planet's resources? What?
Maybe. We haven't gotten our orders yet. But yes, historically, phase twos don't end well. That's why I need your help, Ozzy. We need to stop it. You're the only one I can trust.
This is for entertainment purposes, right?
Lie! One truth! The world is controlled by shadowy elites and shape-shifting lizard people.
So the song Shake It Off was about how I shed my skin every 1,000 years. And the song Bad Blood was about how I drink blood out of my Grammys.
A toast to blood!
Save some blood for Paul Rudd.
Y'all been saying that these reptilians and these shapeshifters and these alien race, these malevolent beings, they're in the government, they're in the industry. They're not just in those areas. They are in the hospitals. They're there when you're birthing your starseed. They're there when you are getting your child taken away from you. They're the CPS workers. They're the ones who's signing these weird bills. And I'm not saying you should go around and hate a certain race or anything like that, and all races besides human is evil. All of these beings that operate on this 3D level, you need to understand them. You need to understand that they're around you. They're the ones who wants to touch your shoulder. They're the ones who just you feel weird energy around for entertainment purposes, right?
America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles. It's true. We are aliens. But what are you going to do about it?
So, does anybody remember the viral plane lady?
And there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
The person she's talking to is the man in the green sweatshirt on the top left of your screen. He immediately demanded to get off of the plane as soon as she encountered this man before they took off. And I know what you're thinking, this sounds wild, but another man came out explaining his encounter with this person.
I was on that flight, it was American Airlines, we were leaving Dallas-Fort Worth. I was sitting in the left aisle, about 3 rows back from this woman. She was sitting in the right aisle, and she had this very interesting exchange with some dude in a hoodie. What I remember is she was having like a full-blown conversation with this dude in the hoodie. I'll call him the hoodie guy. She was having a full-blown conversation with hoodie guy. The weird thing was that he never once said a fucking word to her the whole time. And at the time, I don't know, I wasn't really thinking about it, but it was like it's like she would say something and he like would respond, but there was no exchange happening. It was just her getting more and more frantic, which, okay, if she's drunk and she's going crazy, then you would think the dude in the hoodie would have been like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? But he was just like dead locked on her, like deep eye contact with her, like I don't want to feed into the conspiracies here, but like almost like she was like in a hypnosis type of thing. She didn't seem drunk to me, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I didn't see her drink. I mean, she seemed totally normal to me up until that point. The weird thing was after she left the plane, the dude in the hoodie, which the flight attendant was like, did anything happen? And he still didn't say a word. He just went like, and like shrugged. The dude in the hoodie like looked around the plane and he looked back at me and he winked at me. And again, I didn't quite register it. I was like, okay, what the fuck was that about? I was like, maybe he's just being like an ass, like winking, like that was weird, wasn't it? But now that I look back, I realized that when he winked at me, and it was his left eye looking back at me, it didn't wink like this. It winked like this.
Tonight, the LA Times reporting a California hospital is facing a federal civil rights investigation for the way it treats black women giving birth there.
My wife would be here with her.
Let me pause that real quick. This is why you're seeing more people have at-home births. Why do you feel that? If you know that people are having at-home births, you could obviously know that something's not right. Something's not right in these hospitals. Like I said, they're in the hospitals. They're there. They're the ones who are putting a block and sticking these kids up with and they come here to help this planet. And so have we.
These are the ones you call the indigo, the new children coming in that are considered the hope of the world. They're the gift of the future. They are coming in with everything in place. See, as we go through going into the new earth and everything, our DNA is being changed so that we can adapt to all the changes that are happening now. These children are coming in with everything in place. Everything is there. They don't have to have any changes made. They are ready and they're willing to go. This is why they're a totally different breed. You must not put these kids on medication. The medication will just dampen these abilities.
They give you this bright light in your face when you're supposed to be in darkness. You're supposed to, when you come out, that is traumatizing. That is really traumatizing. That's why they tell you to go to the white light, because that's the soul bleaching. That's the loop they keep you in. And when you come here, they put a lock on your powers, and they know the awakening is here. And they know Source is sending more and more powerful beings to this planet because they know what is about to come. They've been showing you in these movies, and then they keep saying it's for entertainment purposes. This is why I say for entertainment purposes in my videos. Get it? They got y'all thinking that y'all need to vaccinate your babies when they come out the womb. They need to have 5 shots, 5 doses all at once. They show you in the movies of them having nanoparticles and these bots and these parasites that they put into your body to lock you down, lock your DNA. Y'all really need to realize that when you go to these hospitals, that is the ground zero. The hospitals are the most important places to get the soul and the body and the vessel ready and prepared for this world that they have created. They have to dummy you down, shoot you up with stuff. They also put you through traumatic situations. It's been so many hospital stories of melanated women experiencing literal hell while they're giving birth. That is where the implants and the DNA blocks, that's the main place where they can do that. Why do you think they have so many things put in place when you get here?
The death of 39-year-old Kira Johnson initiating the scrutiny after her husband filed a civil rights lawsuit against Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. It was later settled. Kira and her husband Charles, already parents to 1 son, a picture-perfect family, when she died after a scheduled C-section delivery of their second child in 2016.
Why are doctors always trying to induce you for no reason?
Literally every freaking thing she said. I can't tell y'all how hot I was when I was leaving my 30-something week appointment, and they were trying to like pretty much pressure me into being induced. They even went as far as to tell me that my baby might not make it if I went to 40 to 41 weeks. Mind you, I had 0 complications, just like she said. I am here to tell you, do not let nobody pressure you into being induced. And then I heard that sometimes the doctors will do it so they can make sure they're the ones at the hospital so they can get paid for the delivery. I don't know, that's just what I heard, but it is literally insane. And then as a first-time mom, obviously you depend on a lot of what the doctors tell you to be true because you don't know what you're doing. And that was me. So I'm like getting more and more worried, like, dang, should I schedule an induction date? And like the girl in the video, I did not want an epidural. And I had heard that being induced obviously like makes that worse.
Janine Witherspoon is crying out for answers in the death of her daughter, Christine Fields, who died after giving birth at NYC Health and Hospital's Woodhull earlier this month.
My daughter was healthy. My daughter was 30. My daughter did everything right. She had a birthing plan. Nothing was followed according to a birthing plan. And now I don't have my child, and it just hurts my heart so much.
The family say Fields had to have an emergency C-section in the late hours of November 12th, ultimately causing her to go into cardiac arrest, according to a lawsuit served to the hospital Thursday.
I also want to explain to y'all an example, and this just happened to me yesterday. I went out to a vegan restaurant, and I sat down, I ate, and this waitress, she had like a really like skinny face, and she just kept touching me, like trying to touch my arm and rubbing my arm arm and just like trying to touch my back, and I just be like, why? You know, I felt weird, and I'm like trying to be nice, like, stop touching me. She was just trying to get very close to me. And then that night when I got home, I lit an incense. I took a bath and I lit an incense. So I think I kind of was like in a sleep paralysis state, and I was seeing this like bug stuck to me. And I was stuck and like paralyzed, and I was trying to move my arm. Once I finally was able to move my arm, I picked it off, kind of like a tick. And then I threw it on the floor and I got up from the dream. Why would I be having that experience? And you wonder why people want to touch you, because if you can't be touched by the enemy will work through other people to touch you. Just like that waitress who couldn't keep her hands off of me. You see what I'm talking about? That's just a prime example of them being everywhere. These people are waiting for these starseeds at these hospitals. Y'all need to stop having babies at the hospitals, because what I've heard and what I've seen and the amount of attacks that has happened on these goddesses and these babies, it should not be happening. I don't even know why some of us on this planet are even at the point to where they trust hospitals. That's the first place. That's where you're first spawned at, right? And just because I'm saying all this does not mean that there are good beings, benevolent beings who are walking amongst us as well. We are some reincarnations of them. I just wanted to show y'all that we're living in a more magical world than you think. The stuff that they're showing in the movies is the stuff that they don't want you to see about real life. Let's just give another prime example of the beings walking around.
Let's talk about skinwalkers. They are said to be powerful witches and medicine men. They can even change their form to any animal they desire, including humans. But they mainly change into deer, wolves, and coyotes. The scary part is they say if you see one, they can steal your face and even your last scream for help. You might think this is like a folklore or tale. People actually believe these are real. The scary part is there's actual videos of people seeing oddly walking humans screaming help in the middle of nowhere. See, they say skinwalkers pretend to be humans in distress, and if they're calling out for help, they're just trying to lure you in. Ashley. That's when they take your life and use your voice and your look to catch their next gullible victim. A man's wife wasn't even home, but yet somebody was calling him to come downstairs in his wife's voice.
I just wanted to share this with y'all because it's something that's been on my mind lately, because I'm seeing a lot of growth and a lot of awakening, and I just need people to be more aware of multi-dimensional situations that happens. That's all I got today. I hope that y'all have a good rest of y'all day when it comes down to just protecting yourselves, staying blessed up, staying prayed up. I just need y'all to be more aware of the world that we actually live in. Everything has always been a state of awareness, a state of consciousness. The stuff that they're showing in these movies and these commercials and saying that it's just for entertainment purposes, you already know what that means. So I need everybody to get up, pay attention, and see what's actually in front of you. Because you could be frantically looking for your phone and not know that it's in your hand. But because your attention is not fully in awareness, you can't see what's right in front of you. So, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day.